Power rarely belongs to the one who is right. It belongs to the one who appears right. This is the first and most important law because every other law grows from it. In every arena, political, social, professional, or personal, truth is fragile, inconsistent, and often inconvenient. Perception, on the other hand, is flexible, moldable, and obedient to the hands that know how to shape it. People do not act on truth. They act on what they believe to be true. And the one who controls belief controls movement, reactions, loyalty, and ultimately outcomes. To understand this law, first understand human nature. Humans crave certainty but rarely seek evidence. They judge quickly because quick judgments make them feel safe. They follow confidence because confidence feels like clarity. A person who displays assuredness, even without proof, is far more convincing than a hesitant voice holding the actual truth. Those who understand this rule do not argue facts, they manufacture confidence. They do not present endless reasoning, they present the right image, tone, and presence. Truth becomes irrelevant the moment perception takes over, and perception takes over the moment someone steps forward with certainty. The world is built on appearances. People choose leaders based on how they speak, not the accuracy of their words. They trust authority based on how it carries itself, not on whether it deserves trust. They obey rules they never examined because the structure around them suggests those rules are solid, and they repeat information they never verified because repeating it makes them feel included. What matters, therefore, is not the substance behind your position, but the aura surrounding it. If you appear competent, you will be treated as competent. If you appear dominant, you will be given room to dominate. If you appear indispensable, even your flaws will be excused. Mastering perception is mastering how others interpret your existence. Those who cling to absolute truth often find themselves powerless. They complain that the world is unfair, that people do not see them clearly, and that their honesty should naturally grant them influence. But honesty without strategy is merely vulnerability. Truth alone does not protect you. Truth does not elevate you. Truth does not persuade those who prefer comforting illusions. Influence belongs to the one who can engineer what others see, hear, expect, admire, or fear. And this engineering is not deception. It is control over the lens through which the world views you. If you want to outsmart others, you must learn to treat perception as your primary battlefield. When entering a room, speak less and observe more. Every environment has an existing perception you must map before reshaping it. Notice who people listen to, who they dismiss, who they fear, and who they underestimate. Influence lies in guiding these impressions, not fighting them directly. Subtle shifts change everything. A calm posture in a tense moment creates the impression of authority. Decisive words create the impression of leadership. Patience creates the impression of strength. Even silence, when held with purpose, becomes a powerful perception tool that makes others question your depth and intention. Understand also that perception must be managed actively. It is not enough to project strength once. You must sustain it. People believe what is repeated, not what is momentary. A single confident act can spark attention, but consistent confidence builds reputation. Reputation, once established, becomes self-fulfilling. When others believe you are capable, they treat you as capable, and their treatment reinforces your capability. This cycle is the core engine of power. You must always be aware of how your actions, words, alliances, and even your silences shape the reputation others build around you. Control of perception also requires emotional discipline. If your reactions are easy to predict, others can manipulate you. But if your emotional landscape remains hidden, people project their own assumptions onto you, and these assumptions often grant you more depth, intelligence, or danger than you actually possess. People fear what they cannot read. They respect what they cannot easily define. Ambiguity, when maintained with steadiness, becomes an asset. Predictability is a weakness because it allows others to prepare. Unpredictability forces them to overthink and make mistakes. Perception is also about contrast. If you stand among the timid, confidence will make you appear fearless. If you stand among the loud, calmness will make you appear wise. You do not need to be exceptional. You only need to appear exceptional in comparison to your surroundings. Influence is relative, not absolute. Master the art of positioning yourself where your strengths shine brightest and where your weaknesses become invisible simply because the environment does not highlight them. To control perception, you must also understand that people watch more than they listen. They observe how you carry yourself, how you respond under pressure, how you treat yourself, and how others treat you. If powerful figures acknowledge you, your perceived value increases instantly. If desperate people cling to you, your perceived value decreases unless you hold yourself above their desperation. Every interaction contributes to the story people tell about you, and this story becomes your reality in their minds. Finally, understand that perception is a currency that can be spent strategically. You can use it to gain access, to avoid threats, to manipulate expectations, and to rise when others believe you should fall. Once you master the battlefield of perception, you no longer need force to win. You win because others have already surrendered their judgment to the image you have crafted. Power is never maintained through honesty alone. It is preserved through control, carefully chosen alliances, and deception that is subtle enough to seem like clarity. The world is not moved by fairness, but by structure, leverage, and the manipulation of appearances. Anyone who expects loyalty without enforcing it, or respect without ensuring it, is already at a disadvantage. Control is not about domination through force. It is about guiding outcomes without appearing to guide them. Alliances are not about friendship. They are about utility. And deception is not about lying. It is about shaping perceptions so the truth bends in your direction without anyone noticing it happened. To understand this keynote fully, imagine every environment, workplace, relationship, group, or community as a battlefield hidden beneath politeness. People rarely state their motives openly. They compete for influence, recognition, advantage, and status, while pretending they are doing none of these things. Those who survive and rise are not the most talented or the most moral. They are the ones who understand how to navigate the unspoken currents. Control means anticipating these currents and redirecting them. Alliances mean gathering those who strengthen your position. Strategic deception means concealing your true capabilities until the moment they are needed. Together, these allow you to dominate without displaying aggression, eliminate threats without creating visible conflict, and ascend without declaring your intention to rise. Control begins with control over yourself. A person who cannot command their emotions, impulses, and reactions cannot command a situation. If you are predictable, you are exploitable. If you show fear, others sense opportunity. If your anger is visible, others know how to provoke you. Emotional discipline is the first form of control because it denies others access to your inner map. When no one can read you, they cannot prepare for you. Once you control yourself, you can begin to control the environment, not by force, but by managing the flow of attention, influence, and information. You must know what to reveal, when to reveal it, and what to conceal until it becomes your advantage. Control is never loud. It is quiet manipulation of direction. Alliances, on the other hand, are the strategic networks you build not based on affection, but on purpose. Every person you align with must provide something. information, resources, access, protection, or influence. Those who cannot offer value weaken your structure. Those who offer too much value but expect too much loyalty in return become dangerous. A proper alliance is mutually beneficial but asymmetrical in your favor. You must always know how to detach without consequence, how to shift allegiances without appearing unfaithful, and how to maintain relationships that serve you even when they no longer appear active. An alliance is not a bond of trust, it is a pact of advantage. You must choose allies the way a ruler chooses generals, based on necessity, usefulness, and expendability. Strategic deception binds control and alliances together. If you are fully understood, you are fully vulnerable. Deception is not about creating illusions for entertainment, but for protection and advancement. It allows you to hide your motives behind masks that make others underestimate you or misinterpret your actions. Sometimes the best deception is the truth told selectively. Sometimes it is silence that forces others to imagine what you want them to imagine. Sometimes it is a false weakness that leads a threat to reveal itself prematurely. Strategic deception is not a betrayal of your identity. It is the armor that preserves it. Those who refuse to deceive often do so out of fear of judgment, not strength of character. They end up exposed, predictable, and easily outmaneuvered. When these three tools, control, alliances, and deception, work together, you become a silent architect of outcomes. You decide who enters your circle and who remains outside. You decide what information reaches others and what remains hidden. You decide which conflicts erupt and which dissolve. And you decide how every interaction contributes to your long-term influence. This is domination in its most refined form, not brute force, but the quiet orchestration of power. Dominating an environment does not mean intimidating everyone in it. True domination means that people follow your direction without realizing they are doing so. They trust you because you appear steady. They rely on you because you appear capable. They confide in you because you appear neutral. They support you because you appear aligned with their interests. Meanwhile, you observe their weaknesses and strengths, determine their motives, and structure your actions to position yourself above them without confrontation. This is not manipulation for cruelty. It is manipulation for survival and mastery in a world where direct intent is rarely rewarded. Threats are eliminated not through open attacks, but through quiet dismantling. A rival loses allies because you influence the alliance network. A critic loses credibility because you control the narrative. A competitor weakens because you feed them a perception that misleads their strategy. A potential enemy becomes harmless because you convince them they have nothing to gain from opposing you. The key is subtlety. Power that is visible can be challenged. Power that is unseen cannot be countered. Once you internalize this law, you stop expecting fairness or reciprocal loyalty. You begin to rely on structure, calculation, and advantage. You understand that every relationship is a negotiation of power, every interaction a chance to shift balance, and every environment a field that rewards those who move intelligently rather than emotionally. Control, alliances, and strategic deception are not merely tactics, but the foundation of mastery in a world built on hidden motives and silent competitions. Power does not come from force, authority, or intelligence alone. It begins in the understanding of human nature, the predictable patterns of desire, fear, pride, insecurity, and ambition that shape every decision people make. If you study people deeply enough, you will see that their actions are not random. Their emotions are not unique. Their weaknesses are not hidden. They follow impulses older than civilization itself. To influence others, You must learn to anticipate these impulses and use them as levers. The one who understands human behavior controls those who do not understand themselves. Most people live on emotional instinct. They imagine they are rational, but rationality is a thin mask stretched over instinctual needs. People want to be seen as important, to feel respected, to avoid humiliation, to gain comfort, and to escape uncertainty. They crave validation even when they deny it. They fear rejection even when they appear confident. They remember insults longer than favors, and they interpret silence as judgment. When you understand these truths, you begin to predict how someone will act long before they act. And prediction is the first step to influence. Mastery of human nature begins with observation. The most powerful individuals are never the loudest. They are the ones who watch silently while everyone else reveals themselves. Every gesture, every hesitation, every complaint, every bragging comment is a clue. People announce their vulnerabilities constantly without realizing it. The one who listens more than they speak collects an arsenal of insight while appearing harmless. When you know who seeks approval, who craves control, who feels insecure, or who needs guidance, you possess the map of the entire environment. This map grants power before you even make a move. People are motivated far more by fear and desire than by logic. If you want to influence them, you must approach them through these emotional channels. For those who are ambitious, show them an opportunity. For those who are fearful, show them safety. For those who are prideful, give them an illusion of importance. For those who seek belonging, give them a sense of inclusion. You do not need to manipulate aggressively. You simply need to feed the hunger they already have. An individual guided by emotion will believe the path is their own choice, when in truth, it is a direction you have carefully shaped. Understanding human nature also means recognizing that people need stories more than they need truth. They need explanations for their failures, reasons for their hopes, and narratives that make them feel meaningful. Whoever provides the story holds influence over those who adopt it. If you can frame events in a way that supports someone's emotional needs, they will trust you more deeply than someone who presents truth without comfort. Facts rarely win loyalty. Emotional resonance does. People follow those who make them feel understood, not those who correct them. The most underestimated aspect of human nature is insecurity. Even the powerful are vulnerable to it. The confident seek reassurance in different forms: applause, dominance, superiority, admiration. The insecure seek it more directly: approval, praise, guidance, validation. Both types reveal themselves quickly if you watch their reactions. The key is not to mock insecurity, but to understand how it drives behavior. A person insecure about relevance will cling to any role that makes them feel irreplaceable. A person insecure about intelligence will resist ideas that make them feel inferior. A person insecure about loyalty will test others constantly. When you understand insecurity, you understand the true engine behind most decisions people make. Mastery of human nature requires emotional distance. You cannot understand others if you are trapped in your own reactions. You must observe people as if they were characters in a story you are writing. Do not let their anger provoke your anger. Do not let their praise inflate your vanity. Do not let their fear infect your clarity. Emotions are contagious. The strong prevent infection by creating inner separation. When you maintain calm detachment, you can see patterns hidden from those overwhelmed by emotion. This clarity is the root of influence. Understanding human nature also prepares you for betrayal, ambition, and shifting loyalties. People change when their desires change. Someone loyal today may become resentful tomorrow if their pride is wounded. Someone harmless today may become a threat if they sense an opportunity to rise. Someone supportive may turn against you if they feel overshadowed. If you understand human nature, none of this surprises you. You expect it, you prepare for it, you remain adaptable. You know that loyalty is not a personality trait, but a temporary alignment of desires. Influence means ensuring that people's desires continue to align with your goals. Another essential element of human nature is vanity. People want to feel morally superior, intellectually capable, emotionally valuable, and socially admired. If you appeal to someone's vanity, they will do things they would never do for logic or duty. They will listen when they should ignore. They will trust when they should question. They will support you even when it weakens them, because serving you allows them to feed the image they hold of themselves. To manipulate vanity is not cruelty, it is strategy. The wise never attack a person's self-image directly. They guide it, reinforce it, and use it to shape cooperation. Finally, mastery of human nature requires patience. You cannot understand a person in a single interaction. You must watch them under stress, success, conflict, boredom, and temptation. People reveal different aspects of themselves in different conditions. The more conditions you observe, the clearer the pattern becomes. Once you fully understand a person, you know how to influence them with precision, what to offer, what to withhold, what to promise, what to threaten, and when to remain silent. Influence is not about force, but about knowing which emotional button will move someone exactly where you want them to go. Power is not granted, it is claimed. It is not measured by intentions or moral superiority, but by strategy, perception, and mastery over the forces that shape human behavior. Those who rise above the ordinary understand that influence is a game played in shadows, guided by control, alliances, strategic deception, and a deep understanding of human nature. They know that appearances matter more than truth, that patience and observation are stronger than impulsive action, and that subtlety often accomplishes more than overt force. To outsmart everyone is to anticipate moves before they are made, to guide perceptions before they harden, and to align yourself with advantage while remaining untouchable in vulnerability. Every interaction, every alliance, every word and silence becomes a tool, a calculated step toward dominance. The 21 laws are not mere rules. They are principles of strategic thinking that separate those who act from those who are acted upon, those who command from those who follow, and those who endure from those who are forgotten. Mastery of these laws transforms the chaotic, unpredictable currents of human life into a landscape you can navigate with confidence, foresight, and authority. Power belongs to the prepared, the observant, and the disciplined. By internalizing these principles, you do not simply survive the games of influence. You direct them, shape them, and emerge as the player no one else can anticipate, challenge, or surpass.